How's everyone doing today? CJ Halleck with CJHalleck.com. If you follow it along, we're building out a website for a new business. And this is just one of the videos in the series. And this video is going to be an Elementor overview / like basic walkthrough. I'm not going to go over the different elements inside of the page builder. We're going to just cover the basic information. And then I'm going to be moving forward with individual videos for each of the elements, how to use them, and then individual videos on designing your homepage and about page and all that other fun stuff. So basically put inside Elementor or inside your dashboard, you'll have the Elementor overview, which has a lot of the new information that they come out with from the Elementor blog, what pages you have listed that are inside of an Elementor editor. And you can create a new page with Elementor, and there's a lot of different stuff you can do here. I'm not going to get into any of that. We're going to go into Elementor itself. So we're going to come over here to Elementor, and we're going to basically go through, of course, the license section. This is where you would put your license key when you purchased Elementor Pro. If you are doing that version of it, or if you're just using a free version, then this will just be empty. But if you're using the Pro version, you'll want to make sure put this in here and click activate. And with that being said, if you are interested in Elementor Pro, you can check the description below, or you can go to litl.me/Elementor, Elementor, and that will take you over to their page. Disclaimer, that is an affiliate link, so I will get paid. Or there's a possibility that if you make a purchase through my link, that I will receive compensation for that. So, which is how I'm able to get all these videos together for you guys and afford the software to do all this and not have to use cheap free stuff. Anyways, so I'm going to go ahead and start with my templates. Basically, if you followed along with the tutorial, you have these, if you will, basic templates that I've created for you. Of course, the header and footer, which, is what's live on your site now. And then I have a couple of little templates that I put together and saved in here for you guys if you wanted to use that. And there's a lot of different things you can do. As far as content and sections, and then you can do like single posts, which we're going to use later for your blog posts, and just different stuff. But as far as the templates are concerned, you're going to kind of learn along the way as we go through the future tutorials, so just be sure to pay attention moving forward. Next thing is settings, and this is where you'll want to basically you can go through and change the different things to simplify what you're doing. So for instance, Elementor has default colors, so, and the same thing with fonts, and it basically, you can pull it from your theme, meaning if you check these, what we set in the customize section will be the default across the board. So checking those boxes will change that stuff, get those colors set up for you, and get you ready to roll. Using data, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and click save. Then we'll go into style. And this is where you can do default, fonts and all this stuff here. Integrations. We will be doing integrations in a later video for a few things. The main thing that we're going to do is the MailChimp. So we can do forms and everything else. And of course, the MailChimp sign up and all that is going to be a standalone video for the Elementor form builder, which is hands down one of my favorite form builders I've ever used. But yeah, we're going to get into that later. And of course, you have advanced, and I wouldn't change anything here. Next thing is custom fonts. And this is where if you wanted to, you can upload a custom font. I'm not going to. I like to keep it as minimal as possible when it comes to the back end, so you don't have anything extra that you don't need, because that will just add on to the loading time for your website. Role Manager just basically allows you to see who can go into Elementor and edit, and of course, contributors can't, subscribe, and if you want to change this, and this is only if you have multiple authors or multiple users for your site. But since right now it should just be one person, you should have that set up as a administrator, so you're going to automatically have access, so we're not going to be able to touch that. Tools. When it comes to tools, the one thing, in my opinion, the most important part of this is the replace URL. This tool that comes here, there used to be a plug. I say used to. There's a plugin called Velvet Blues that I used a long time ago, or better yet, for a long time. I started using it years ago, but I've been using it for a while until I realized in one of the updates, I didn't realize they had put this here, and I looked at it, and it's amazing, especially if you're trying to go from a traditional WordPress site that's non-secure with the HTTP to installing an SSL certificate. This will fix a lot of your issues. You know, if you're moving a website from one server to another, or one domain to another, and you're changing it, this will fix a lot of the issues as far as making sure that everything displays properly. So if you had, like this shows here, old URL and new URL, click replace URL, and anywhere where this old URL shows up on your website or in the code, it will automatically change it over to the new one. Love it. Highly recommend that you make yourself familiar with this. If you're in the process of redesigning sites or anything like that, this is your best friend. Version control, you can roll back stuff. To me, doesn't help. Maintenance mode, nothing here you need to worry about. System info, this will let you kind of see what you're running. You can come through here and see, there's an error here, cannot read property, error undefined. So this is just a basic little, I'm not 100% sure, just to be 100% honest, what this is for or why this is showing up this way. We may find issues moving forward. If that's the case, it's not a problem. We can figure that out later. But it shows that is the only issue that needs to be debugged. I'm not going to worry with that right now. Of course, it shows all the active plugins, users, theme, basic information about the install and the software. Knowledge base, this is going to be something that you're really going to like. And actually, I'm going to back out. That's a problem. I need to send them an email. We'll open a new tab. Because it opens in the same tab, and I don't like that. So anyway, so we're going to come in here, and this will have all the different, extreme detailed stuff. If you come across issues, just going through to the knowledge base, there's a lot of documents in here that'll help you out. And you can come in through like the widgets. Where we at? Widgets. If you click on 48 articles, it shows all of the widgets, and it's a blog post and stuff. They have videos on most of them. Just as, a quick resource, I'd recommend that you keep an eye on that. License, of course, we covered that. So, but that being said, we've gone through most of the Elementor. The only thing I want to actually cover now is if we go to all pages, I want to just show you a basic, actually I'm going to just add a new page. I want to show you a basic kind of walkthrough on how this works. So you're going to have the traditional WordPress editor pull up when you add a new blog post or a new page. You'll want to click Edit with Elementor. Actually, no, you won't. Don't follow along. When you're on the WordPress dashboard, WordPress editor, there's two things, if you're following along, that you're going to want to do with every page and every blog post. Or at least every page. You might not want to with the blog post, depending on how you do your templates. But the first thing is go content, no sidebars. And then you're going to go disable elements and disable the content title. And then you're going to click publish or save draft if you don't want it live. So you can go ahead and come in, click edit, actually cancel. Edit, nope, edit under status. I'll get it right eventually. Go to draft and click OK. It's what it should have been done to begin with. So I'm going to go ahead and click update. That's going to make it a draft, so it's not visibly viewable to the public. And then I'm going to click edit with Elementor. And the reason I did that is it'll have the sidebar show up over here. and the title shows up, and it's really hard to get decent looking stuff when you have half a canvas really to work with. So you see here we have our header showing up here, have our footer showing up here. The next thing we need to do is start building out our website. There's two ways you can do this. You can hit the plus, which adds a basic new section, row. You can choose how you want it broken down, how many columns you want. And then once you do that, you basically have a bunch of different edit sections and things of that nature. But for right now, I'm going to go ahead and say that is it for the basic walkthrough with Elementor. As we go through individually what you can do for section edits, working on rows and columns, and then breaking through each of the different elements inside of Elementor. All these lovely things over here on the side. So be sure to follow along as I continue to move through the video tutorials and show you how each of these sections work, and then of course wrapping up with finishing the complete build of this website, and customizing the header, customizing the footer, getting all the everything set the way you want it. So thank you so much for watching. If you like the video, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and don't forget to click the bell for notifications when I publish new videos. That being said, hope everyone has an amazing day. Be great, stay boosted, and we'll see you at the top. Take care.